Right, so for today's video, I believe we have a new genre of TikTok drama to talk about today that we've never spoke about on this channel, and that's sneaker drama. Now, honestly, to me, I think I sound a bit weird when I say sneaker because obviously here in the UK, we don't really say that often. We say trainers, but you know what? The analytics say the majority of you are American. I will try my best to say sneakers in this video. But also, let me just say, with this situation we're talking about today, you don't really need to know much about sneakers at all. It just so happens it involves sneakers. But either way, let me add context to it. So there's a couple of people you need to be aware of in this situation. The first one being Sheikho. I believe it's pronounced Shako. I did Google to try and find out, and it was giving me like 2 different pronunciations. Sheikho was the one that popped up the most, so I'm sorry if I got that wrong. And the next person you be aware of is Culture Kicks, a TikToker with 2.5 million followers. Now, a lot of Culture Kicks videos are at sneaker conventions where he'll have his own stand, and one thing that he does a lot in his videos is people will go up to his booth and say, let's do a mystery box. And what they mean by this is people will go up to the booth with some shoes in like boxes or in a bag where you can't actually see what the shoes are, and then they will agree on a high or low price and do a game to see how much Culture Kicks is going to pay for them shoes. So for example, someone will go over to the booth, they'll have some shoe boxes in a bag, can't see the shoes, they'll say, okay, right, we'll do a coin flip. If I win the coin flip, you pay $1,000 for these shoes. If you win the coin flip, you pay $500. I mean, here's an actual example that Culture Kicks has uploaded on their TikTok account that is currently pinned. It's one of their biggest videos.
1900, 1400. You win
1,000 or 15. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad of a scam is this? How bad? 14 or 18, chat.
Yeah, so obviously the risk is you don't know what the shoes are, but you try to agree with the person that, like, look, either way, I'm not going to get fully scammed here. You're not going to rock up with, like, a pair, like, flip-flops.
All in the air.
Okay, so you get the point, right? Culture Kicks lost the coin flip. He had to pay more for these, but he's not too fussed because the shoes are good and they're worth like a good amount of money. Now, one thing that's ironic about the situation that will make more sense later is that Culture Kicks have uploaded a lot of videos doing these mystery boxes where they will put things on screen like scam alert. I mean, here's a couple that you can see on screen right now. And the reason for these titles is when the person eventually shows the shoes and the shoes just aren't worth anywhere near the 2 prices they agreed on.
200. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Oh, hell no! Hell no!
They'll play.
Yep, so as you can see, he's not exactly happy. But now that we have this whole mystery box thing explained, let's actually go into what has happened over the past couple of days, because Sheikho actually went to SneakerCon in Singapore, which is where he lives, and he really wanted to meet Culture Kicks. Clearly, he's a fan of his videos. We do have a further explanation later, but this was the first video uploaded. And because he wanted to go over and meet Culture Kicks and do this mystery box thing, he ended up recording it and uploading it to TikTok.
I want to try to sell to Culture. If you guys don't know, he's like quite popular in like the sneaker scene in TikTok. Alright, guess who's here, guys? Guess who's here?
He then waits in line, gets to the front, speaks to Culture Kicks and says he wants to do this mystery box thing, and they're trying to like agree on their prices. So at first, Sheikho is saying that he wants the 2 options to be $800 and $1,000, to which Culture Kicks replies saying, no, let's do $0 or $1,000, and then they eventually end up agreeing on $1,000 or $400.
So I want to do coin flip with you. 1,000 to 800.
Let's just cut the BS and go 0 and 1,000.
Oi!
I'll be honest. Somebody's gotta lose.
I'll be honest. I spent a few, like, quite a amount of money. So I want to at least leave with something. Right? So I started with 1,002 and 8. Right? How about
First number 0,
500?
second number 5.
Listen. Okay. 400 or 1,000, and we'll do your deal.
Yeah, so as you can hear in the video, it's very loud in this convention, so I'm trying my best to explain what's happening here, but they've just agreed on the price. They end up agreeing that they're going to play rock, paper, scissors to see who wins, and Sheikho ends up winning.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
Yeah! Oh! Let's go. Hey, we won already.
Last one. That's 200.
Yeah, I think I won already. Yeah!
So at this point, the transaction should be pretty smooth, right? Sheikho's going to show the shoes, and Culture Kicks is going to pay $1,000. That's what they agreed on. And in fact, when Sheikho does show the shoes, Culture Kicks clearly looks like a little disappointed, but then does go on to say, after, I believe, checking the price on his phone, that if they won the rock, paper, scissors, they would have actually made money.
0, go twice. 06. Google chat. 0615.
We would have actually won if we won the. Not paper scissors. You got me out. You'll get me another day.
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, it's kind of hard to hear, but he's saying, you know, we would have actually won if we won the rock, paper, scissors. Now, in case you want to know the prices of the shoes that Sheikho was selling here, we can actually look on StockX and see the prices. The only thing to bear in mind here is that on StockX, the prices are quite a bit higher than if you were just like buy private with someone, right? And also the size of the shoes changes the prices quite a lot, and I don't know what size they were. But let's just try and work out a rough estimate here. And by the way, I'm not the most knowledgeable person on trainers. These are just the trainers that I've seen multiple people saying were involved in this video, right? So the first pair, I believe, are these Jordan 4 Fire Reds, and they're currently on StockX for £313 in a UK size 11. Like I said before, StockX prices are already a bit higher, and plus the size does change the prices. The second pair being these Jordan 1s Dark Marina Blue, £137. And the third pair being Jordan 4 Red Thunders, which are £313 on StockX. So judging off these prices, it's roughly £750, which is roughly just below $1,000. So yeah, judging off that, the $1,000 being like the high amount, doesn't seem that bad. But again, like I mentioned before, StockX prices are higher and the size does change it. Either way, it's not like Sheikho walked in and like offered some like used flip-flops, right? He's actually brought shoes that are worth a good amount of money here. And also, just to add to these prices, as we'll hear in Sheikho's video early on, his offer was in Singapore dollars, right? It wasn't in US dollars. I mean, the convention is in Singapore, they're literally in Singapore, so it makes sense. So if we're using Singapore dollars and we say the three shoes together are worth roughly 900 US dollars, which again, might be a bit high because we're going off like the StockX prices here, but let's just use that number to kind of get an idea of what's going on here. 900 US dollars is 1,200 Singapore dollars. So when we actually look back at Sheikho's offer, it's even better for Culture Kicks, really, right? Because 1,000 Singapore dollars is 740 US dollars. And 400 Singapore dollars, which was the low end offer, is just under $300 US. And Sheikho says in his later video that Culture Kicks thought we were talking about United States dollars here, and he still agreed to it. So in actual reality, he's getting a better deal than what he originally thought. But then this is where things take a turn, because they're trying to agree on how they're going to do the payment. They end up agreeing with PayPal, and once they agree to use PayPal, Culture Kicks actually looks at the person who's controlling his live stream on TikTok and tells him to turn it off.
Brother, I gotta either pay you tomorrow or Zelle you. You have Zelle, Apple Pay, Venmo, Cash App?
PayPal?
Sure, yeah.
PayPal, alright. How do you bet?
I gotta end the stream then to do it.
Download back.
End the stream.
So at this point, the stream has ended, but Sheikho is still recording this, and clearly there's this like awkward interaction where like it seems like Sheikho's really confused what's going on, and then he is told to leave.
6 only already. Hey bro, now he's trying to scam me. I didn't
Last one.
I converted to FTD.
This is one.
I told you 1,000.
Sorry, brother. Can you back up for us? Thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay, right, I am going to mute the video here because copyright music is being played. But yeah, let's just leave it playing just to kind of see, because Sheikho is clearly, like, very confused as to what is going on here. They're putting his barrier in front of him, telling him that he has to leave, and, yeah, he looks gutted with it all, doesn't he? And then Sheikho goes on to end this video by saying that he was scammed.
So, I just left MBS, SneakerCon, and I got freaking scammed lah, guys. I still got the shoes with me. Bro, he freaking shake on it. He's not a man. I tell you honestly, he fucking scammed me, guys.
Now, the word scam in this situation is being questioned because it's a little complicated, right? Because Sheikho still kept the shoes. It's not like he gave the shoes and didn't receive payment. And I can only assume here, right? But I assume that if Culture Kicks did win the rock, paper, scissors, he would have accepted the lower offer and went through with the deal. Unless there really is something that happened off camera that we're completely not aware of. But if it is just a simple fact that Culture Kicks didn't take the deal because he lost the bet, yeah, I mean, it might not technically be a scam, but it's a very dodgy thing to do, isn't it? Now, after uploading this video, Sheikho did upload a second video kind of going into more details as to what's actually happened here. He starts off by saying that he saw Culture Kicks live stream at SneakerCon and really wanted to go and meet him, so he waited in the queue.
So I saw Culture Kicks live stream and I wanted to meet him personally, right? So I went over there, bought my tickets for me and my brother, and then when I went to his booth, the queue was super long. Thank God I was the last person there, right? Last person to queue. after that, they are not gonna accept any more buyers, right?
He then goes on to explain how they were like negotiating the prices and whatnot, which we've already kind of went through. And then he goes on to explain his prices were in Singapore dollars, not US dollars.
Bear in mind, right, I've converted all my prices of my shoe to SGD, okay, not USD. He's used to doing USD, not SGD. He said, bro, let's cut the bullshit. Let's do 1,400. And I'm like, okay, 400 is good enough, right? The value of my shoes is definitely more than 1,000, right? It's 1,000 or more.
Sheikho then goes on to explain how they were talking about like the way to pay. They agree on PayPal because the other apps that Culture Kicks mentioned aren't really used that often in Singapore. They agree on PayPal, but once the live stream is turned off, things change and he no longer wants to do the deal.
He asked for Cash App, Venmo, all these apps that usually Singaporeans don't use. So when I suggested PayPal, he said, okay, bro, let's do PayPal. And then he ended his live stream. He even told his videographer, end the live stream. So when he ended the live stream, right, his character, everything changed, bro. He got very rude. He was agitated. Like, I mean, he lost. I understand. He must be pretty mad, you know. And then he delayed the payment. So I was telling him, is it okay for PayPal? Then he stared at me for I don't know how many seconds. He said, I don't think I want to do this deal. Then I'm like, bro, we already shook on it and you already agreed. Then he say, bro, you scam me. Then I say, you are scamming me by, you know, by not paying up because you clearly lost the bet. Like, you clearly lost the bet. So you got to pay up.
And then Sheikho goes on to explain that Culture Kick's like friend came up to him and said like, we're going to have to call security if you don't leave. And yeah, he basically has to leave.
And then he delayed. And that's when his videographer came in, his friend came in and threatened me to call the security. Then I'm like, bro, I didn't do anything wrong. We clearly agreed on the deal. So we go back and forth and they clearly didn't want to accept the shoes and they want to back out from the deal. The guy, his friend, took my boxes of shoes and just passed it to me and asked me to leave. Now I'm like, bro, I was stunned. As you can see from the video, I was literally stunned.
And then Sheikho ends the video by saying like, if he had lost the bet, he would have accepted the lower end offer.
If I would have lost the rock, paper, scissors, I would have gladly accept the $400, you know? Because, I mean, if I were to lose it, I already accept that, okay, this is my defeat, right? You know, I will accept the money gladly. Yeah, but I guess he was a super sore loser. And I would say he's a pussy for doing that kind of shitty scam. Like, for someone who has such a high following to be doing that to his followers. And I'm a fan, you know. So I really urge you guys, whoever is watching this video and whoever has watched the previous video, do like, repost the video, make it viral. We should not advocate all these cheaters and scammers, guys. It's not a really good feeling, you know.
Now, after this video was posted, the vast majority of people were on Sheikho's side here. The only real, like, slight difference in comments that I could really see was people saying it's technically not a scam because you kept the shoes, but it's still a scummy thing to do. But if we actually go over the Culture Kick's newest video that they have uploaded, since they haven't actually really addressed this publicly yet, all the comments are about this situation. The top comment here being, nah bro, pay Sheikho, that's messed up. Another comment just saying pay Sheikho over and over again. Another comment saying he's trying to post like nothing happened. And then more comments saying stuff like, he agreed to a game with Sheikho, lost the game, turned off the live, and then backed out the deal and got his team to bully him away. And another one here saying you lost a bet, pay up. Now we do have like somewhat of a response from Culture Kicks here because Sheikho has uploaded a new video showing a DM that he had received from Culture Kicks, and it says, hey bro, wanted to see if you're available tomorrow at 8 AM your time to talk so we can make this right. I wanted to go live on our Twitch account so everyone could have a chance to see us work this out. Do you have Discord, Zoom, Google Meets? So it sounds like he's now willing to pay the money, but looking at the comments in his video, people don't like the fact that he said that he wanted to live stream it. There's comments like this one saying don't do it, he's gonna get paid of going live, do it off camera. Another comment saying so everyone could have a chance to see us work us out, he doesn't want to make it right, he wants to fix his image. Another comment saying wants to do it through Twitch so you can get paid by Twitch, lol. Like, this seems to be the majority of the opinions in the comment section here, but who knows, right? The live stream, to the best of my knowledge, hasn't happened yet. Actually, let's have a look. 8 AM Singapore time. Okay, so judging off the messages, it's going to be in the middle of the night whilst I will be asleep tomorrow, right? So maybe we'll get an update by the time that I wake up tomorrow. And yeah, I'm posting this video the same day, so it would be that the next day after I've uploaded this video, I believe this conversation will be happening. Well, let me just stop you right there, because as it turns out, we actually have an update earlier than expected. Because Sheiko's uploaded a brand new video showing some more messages between him and Culture Kicks. It seems like Sheiko has decided to decline going on this live stream to sort it out, so let's actually read through these messages here and see what's been said. When I had to end the live stream, it was to use my phone to pay you via PayPal. I showed you that I needed a QR code to pay you at the time. You were unable to provide me with that. All of it from the beginning was a misunderstanding from our team, so I do apologise for that. This was never my intention. If you could please provide me with your PayPal information so that I could pay you, that would be great. As for the hate, I am used to the comments ever since we started gaining popularity. This is what comes of it. They truly do not affect me, and from a content standpoint, because of this situation, we have just gone more viral, so I'm not doing it for that. I just wanted to have the opportunity to give an apology and explanation face to face, but I understand you do not want that. To which Sheiko replied saying, firstly, this happened on Saturday and now you are only reaching out to me. If your intention was to make amends, why did you wait until this video became viral instead of working things out on the day itself? Secondly, you were never going to pay me in the first place. You totally switched character after you ended the live stream. You were so rude and disrespectful, and it didn't seem that you wanted to honour the deal, although we shook hands a few times. A man's handshake is his principle. Thirdly, what is the reason you're paying up? Lastly, this was definitely not the first time you scam others. Many have reached out to me stating that they have experienced the same shit as me. How are you going to settle this with other victims? This has definitely affected your business badly to the point you have to take action, so please don't give me this bullshit. Okay, so that is the update we have to this point. It does seem like Culture Kicks is going to pay the $1,000, and who knows, this could be the end of the situation here, and if so, would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. So if you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.